What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video, and of course it's just like Groundhog's Day. Our boy Phil has a bunch of lows, some highs, and of course he spends his night focusing on all of the lows. And today's no different on the daily rap. Of course, instead of just, logging off, go spending time with Soulmade, Phil decides he needs to make a 12-minute video to rant about low support. Good God. And of course the low support came in the form of the game Mafia, which has just been a dud playthrough for Phil. Now Phil's gonna try to tell you how it's not his fault, right? But he's gonna give you a bunch of information that contradicts everything he's trying to state. So let's get into it and let's go.
We start playing Mafia the Old Country. Today's 2.5 hours of advancement of the story of Mafia the Old Country was great. We saw Enzo become more ingrained in the Mafia and actually become a made man. We saw more interesting plot lines where basically he kind of kept falling in love with the Don's daughter, which of course may result in something really bad. But also we saw big rivalries emerge between the rival different Mafia families, and some tension happen, and then some betrayal happen. Overall, great, some good missions. There was a driving racing mission. There was a couple kind of just straight up combat missions. There was a sneaking mission. We had to steal stuff. Good stuff overall. So far,
All right, I'm going to stop it right here because you hear Phil clearly telling you that he's enjoying his game, right? Enjoying the game. And why wouldn't he join the game? It's essentially a walking simulator. There's really no real action. You don't really have to make any complex moves. You don't have to think about anything. It's a cinematic experience. You walk, you see a cutscene, you walk around a little bit more, it tells you a little bit of exposition and story, and then you move on to the next scene. That's right up Phil's alley. Of course he's gonna love and enjoy it, right? And he's been saying how great the game is. Not great, how good the game is. Of course, trying to convince people that, hey, you should give me money because this game is good. And you know Phil's logic. If the game is good, I'm enjoying myself, support will come. And that just hasn't happened. Now, I have a couple theories of why it hasn't happened, but let's let Phil finish his thought here and we'll get into that.
the game is maintaining its level of graphical fidelity. Looks amazing still. Entire game looks very cinematic. I haven't really done any side content. There hasn't been any side missions. What there has been is maybe 1 or 2 opportunities to drive around the open world and collect items, but I'm like, what's the point? Do you really need them? No. The game wasn't designed for side content, so I'm just not going to bother with it. Let's just go ahead and, play the game for what it is. So
I gotta stop again, but you're rushing through the playthrough. I guess that's what you're saying. Why wouldn't you do the other side content, Phil? I don't understand. Why not? What's so difficult about taking 2 minutes out of your stream to just go do? Maybe you might get a charm, or you might get something special, or you might get a side con. You don't know, Phil. Phil's just saying, all right, we're just gonna walk and try to finish this game up as quickly as possible. That's what he's doing. And I'm sorry, Phil, when you do that, people can tell. When people that enjoy this actual game see you play it that way, of course they're not going to support. They're not going to give you any money because they know the gimmick. I mean, your dents, I think, already know that you're all about money. You don't really care about them. You don't care about meaningful content. You don't care about good games. It doesn't matter to you. All you care about is hitting that arbitrary goal of 150. And if you're not hitting that goal, then all is wrong in the world. So just highlighting that one point.
Shut the fuck up.
here's what happened during the stream.
Subscribe, donate.
Half, again, this happened again. I swear it's the same exact situation. Half the chat is interested. They're talking with me. We're hanging out. We're talking. We're joking about Mafia. We're joking about my Italian heritage. We're having a good time. The other half is like, why are we so bored? Why is nothing going on? Why is this so boring? Right? Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, but guys, why? How do you not know what this game is yet? Everyone knows the game is all story. Like, everyone knows this, right? It's been explained. I even did a quick initial, 5-hour impressions video. How could you be on my stream for Mafia and expect that it wasn't all story? That's what everyone is saying about the game. I've already said. So if you're coming to the Mafia stream with any expectations other than story, that's on you. Everyone has told you that.
Yes, that's on you. It's your fault that you're not enjoying yourself. Okay. Well, first of all, Phil, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The people complaining about this game, the vast majority of the people are LARPers and trolls. They're just trying to annoy you. Okay, Phil, you're dense. Those 20 people that really enjoy your playthrough and don't care what you're playing, they're just there for you. And it's about 20 to 30 people, right? They don't give a shit what you're playing, Phil. They really don't. You can be in the toilet playing WWE Champions and they would be happy, okay? I think the bigger issue here, Phil, seriously, the biggest issue is that people just don't have enough money. People are tapped out. I don't know what Phil doesn't understand about people. Again, Phil doesn't live in reality. He thinks everyone has a limited amount disposable income. Like, Phil is the type of person that you wouldn't want him working in the government. You wouldn't want him in a position of power, politics, because this idiot, right? If he was given a task of trying to find ways to manage the national budget, right, or a city budget, let's just say a city budget, because this idiot can't hand. Let's say he's tasked with trying to find ways to cut budget deficits, right? And he's in there. Phil's primary thought would be, well, let's just get more money. And his small brain for him would be like, well, let's just ask for more money, or let's print more money. You know, instead of not realizing the effects that has on inflation, borrowing. He just doesn't understand it, right? His simple theory, well, if you don't have enough money, let's just print more money. Why not? You know what I mean? Who gives a shit? Let's just print more money. You know, worry about that another day. And that's, he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get that these people have to pay, some of them have to pay mortgages or rent, or they have to kick up money to their parents or what have you, right? No. And this is a symptom of Phil, where when he had money, he just spent it recklessly. He never saved any of his money. Money in, money out, money in, money out. And he's always lived that way. It's the reason why he racked up almost $500,000 in debt. Because he thought, well, if I just need more money, I'll just ask for it. Or I'll just get it. Without thinking, what are the long-term ramifications of my decisions today? Why, racking up 13 credit cards, is that smart? Should I do that? Will I have enough money in the future to pay this off? Right? He didn't think like that. He just said, oh, well, if I need more money, I'll just beg or ask for more money. And I think, Phil, that's the reason. That's the reason why you're suffering, okay? That's the reason why you have agita. That's the reason why when you're playing a game, a walking simulator, one that you love, something cinematic, something really easy where it doesn't take any effort whatsoever. I mean, all you really need to do is just walk and press A in this game. That's right up Phil's wheelhouse. He doesn't have to worry about people clipping him and mocking him for his gameplay. He doesn't have to worry about the game journalist meme, right? It's a perfect game for him. He's talking, he's chatting away, right? His dents are enjoying it. So using Phil's theory, he should be making money, and it's just not happening. So maybe Phil, your theory just doesn't work. You need to come up with a new theory, or you need to come up with a new serum or method for getting support and money. Okay? But he won't. He'll just double down. And he did it last night. He doubled down and he begs. He's doing this new thing where if he doesn't hit the goal on a first stream, he doubles down on begging the next stream with the night stream. And he starts pushing hard about hitting a double goal so that he can make up for the first stream because he didn't hit a goal. And it's just bonkers. It really is. Now he'll cloak it under the, well, we want to get our rewards, right? You want to get your reward. No. Bill wants to get his reward of $150 per stream. And it's very scummy. It gives you a very icky feeling. And I don't understand why he needs to be this way. I don't understand why he just doesn't realize, hey, sometimes when you stream, you might get $30 and that's it. And you know what? You thank everyone and you move on with your way. You put a period and then you move on to the next stream. But Phil can't do that. He can't. Because of course some of this also has to do not only with his greed, but it also has to do with him not wanting to give the detractors a W. You know he hates it when the stream is done and Doody posts a video saying disaster stream, tip goal, he didn't hit the goal. It makes him seethe and it upsets him so to no end. It's why he goes 40 minutes overtime and he leaves his stream up hoping for a Whale Mary a Whale Mary tip to come in every day. He's doing it every day. I'll give you, yesterday on Mafia, he did it. His stream was on 15 minutes after he said goodbye and no one dropped any money. Anyway, sorry that I went on this long-winded rant, but I thought it was necessary because he's just a scumbag.
That's what it is. So it's weird because there are still people just sitting there complaining, well, I don't think it's that good. The story's not, it should be more than just a story. I don't really like that. And I'm like, gee, some people you can't please, especially with all these games in the last 10, 15 years that have had insane levels of padding, side content that just make the game way too long. So by the end of the stream, I'm not kidding, we were still at $50-something. We were at the end of the stream. That was 3 hours of streaming. No one contributed at all. And at the end, I was like, guys, this is, again, arguably one of the worst streams because everything I just made was on the podcast. No one contributed at all during the game. And at the very end, a few people were like, oh, and then they contributed. So we ended up, I think we finished the stream at like $76 of support, maybe 78. So we did get halfway to a goal. But again, disappointing. It's a brand new release. This is a game everyone asked me all year when it was announced, are you playing it? And I said, yeah, I'll play it. Sure. I'm liking it. It's looking great on my PC. We're having a good time. It's not getting any support at all. I don't understand. So it looks like 2 streams are done for this game. Now I'm really happy this game is short because I'm being told probably 4 more hours to beat it. I'm like, dude, it's going to be another 2 streams. It's going to be rough finishing this game if no one shows up and supports it. And it's twice in a row now. So yeah, it is concerning. All right. And to be honest, here's the deal. Am I going to finish Mafia the Old Country? Yes. I'm just not sure how yet. I'm not. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to make it night streams. I don't know if we're just going to try to do like one big stream next week with no podcast and just finish it in one sitting. I just don't know. No matter what, I think I have to plan on it being a dead stream. 2 dead streams in a row where people won't support it means people are not going to show up to support it moving forward, and I can't control that, all right? Anyway, I'm not playing Mafia again this week. I already played 3 streams. 2 of them were duds. It's going to wait till next week. Okay? Okay.
Well, Phil, why don't you just simply wage quit the game? You've done it with every other game. I mean, you obviously don't give a shit that you forked out money for it. Just wage quit it. You've wage quit pretty much more than half of your games this year. Someone posted something on Twitter really good. They did an analysis of all of the games Phil played in 2025, and I believe more than 60% of the game, and again, I don't know the hard number, I think it's like 60, it's like 55 or 60% of the games Phil played, he wage quit. He wage quit them this year. Because he just doesn't care, because his focus isn't any longer playing the game, enjoying himself, which it never was, but he gave you that illusion that's why he played games. And some of it was some of his autism, his tism, and his OCD, where he had to complete the game because he paid money into the game, right? He no longer does that. He doesn't do that anymore. So he clearly doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit, right? So what is he gonna do? He's just gonna wage quit it now. And the focus, of course, of every single stream, every single detail Phil has to regurgitate out of his mouth, pretty much every other five words that come out of Phil's mouth has something to do with money or support. All he cares about now is just money. He just is. He's completely ripped off the mask that he tried to play or display the last 7 years. He ripped that mask off and pretty much said, fuck it. No, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm just going to do this and you're going to like it. Just like Phil said, I'm going to beg for money and you're going to like it. Now, he goes on to talk about Shake Shack, whatever, that he can't do Shake Shack for the reward because the opportunity passed or whatever. They're no longer doing that hot dog thing. I double checked that. I made sure he wasn't lying. That the promotion is done, so he can't do it. So he'll try to scam the dents into paying for something else. Very similar to like he did with the Krabby Patty with Wednesday. Anyway, that's it, folks. This guy annoys me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget, Doody's going to be streaming today at 10 o'clock. If you got time, come hang out. Should be a lot of fun. Peace out, everyone.